grasslands of the Kenyan savannah, home to some of the most awesome hunters on our planet. And that's what this show is all about, hunters. There's the slow approach, where you can just sit and wait. And then, of course, there's that killer snail. And in Kenya, there's the ultimate hunter of them all. Our mission will require us to get face-to-face with this fearsome beast. That means, guys, we're going to be getting hands-on. The things I do for you guys. Africa, my favorite land. Home to one of the mightiest beasts on the planet. You see, these grasslands are the ultimate environment for the hunter, and of course, those they hunt. For hunters begins with the zebra. Now you may find that surprising, being that zebras aren't hunters at all, they're herbivores. But these animals are very much a part of our story. You see, out of the 3 living species of zebra, these ones are the rarest. They're known as the Grevy's zebra. On Earth today, there are only about 2,000 left, but as of late there's been a problem. You see, a predator has started to target these zebra, and their numbers are dropping dramatically. It's an elusive and very efficient hunter, and that's why we're here, to solve that mystery, because unfortunately, too many of these rare zebras are ending up like this poor guy right here. The question is, which one of Africa's great hunters is doing all the killing? Is it the majestic lion? Or perhaps the speed merchants, the cheetahs? Could be the game land killers, the hyenas. Or maybe it's the solitary assassin himself, the leopard. You see, with a quarter of the world's population of Grevy zebras living right here in Lewa, even the loss of one individual can have a dramatic impact on this critically endangered species. You see, before we can apply conservation measures to these rare zebras, we have to try to understand the pressure they're under, and that includes finding out who their killers are. And as with any good detective story, it's all about the evidence. All right, let's go over the crime scene. You know the drill, people. Victim is male, Equus grevii, approximately 10, 15 years in age. Above left scapula are puncture marks, most likely from claws. This can't be. With a paw diameter of 6 inches across. Too big for a cheetah. Left eye inoculated. Could he be keeping these eyes? You're reading too much into it. It's as if this zebra's been eaten from the inside out. Judging from the tear in this hide, this creature has a mouth spread of 4 inches. Way too wide for a hyena. It is as if the suspect muzzled the prey. Our suspect may not have acted alone. Leopard's too solitary. I think the evidence is pointing to Africa's greatest hunter of them all. So, let's have a little look around. Whoa, check it out. Cheetahs, guys. But look what they're eating. A young zebra. Nice. The 3 cheetah brothers of Lewa. I heard they were in the area, and as you can see, they've taken down a zebra calf. But here's the thing. It is unlikely that these three cheetahs, even working together as a team, could ever possess the strength, okay, and the gumption to take down an adult zebra. Now remember, guys, our victim was an adult Grevy zebra, not a young one. So, I think the hunter that we're looking for may not be as fast as these speedy cheetahs, but he is much bigger and certainly much stronger. Here's the thing. If we want to prove our theory correct, we're going to have to find the perpetrator. That means, guys, finding some lions. The lion has got to be around here. Has to be here. So, while Detective Corwin tries to find some lions, let's check out another hunter. And let's do it someplace completely different. Okay, guys, here's the plan. We've left Africa behind in order for us to explore one of my favorite habitats on Earth. It is the Sonoran Desert in Arizona. Why? Because living here is an amazing hunter, a predator with a fantastic sense of smell. Check this guy out. He's definitely on the move. I'm going to carefully suppress his head very gently, like that. And I'm going to pick him up with tender, loving care. Of course, it's the Gila monster. This is North America's largest lizard. The other thing that is really cool about the Gila monster, hence the reason why I handle it so cautiously and carefully, is that this is but one of only 2 venomous species of lizards on the planet, and his mouth is open. It's almost like nectarines or peaches. That is the venom which this creature manufactures. Now, the thing about Gila monster venom is that although it can kill prey, and these are voracious predators, eating everything from rodents to frogs to lizards to carrion, dead animals to even eggs, okay? Mostly, that venom is used as a defense, and it is quite potent. But what most impresses me about these fantastic Gila monsters is their awesome hunting skills and the way they find their prey, which they do so with an exquisite sense of taste and smell. In fact, I believe this lizard was on the hunt. So, I think we should follow him and see where he takes us. But before I do that, keep in mind they're protected. We're covered under a permit, so we have permission to do this. If you don't want to be nailed by the lizard or get in trouble, respect it from a distance. Alright, there he goes. Alright, see that? Bang. Bang again. What you'll see exiting the front part of his mouth is a very black, shiny, forked tongue, almost snake-like. And as with the snake, he's picking up molecules off the desert floor, bringing it into the mouth, rubbing it against a sensitive groove or patch of flesh called the Jacobson's organ. And it is through that highly sensitive Jacobson's organ that this animal is able to track down the food that it wants to eat. As you can see, he's tasting his world and looking for food. Of course. Why didn't I think of that? Now, it all makes sense. You see, all this time, this lizard has been on a trail that's been leading it to a Gambel's quail nest. And why not? You see, most of what a Gila wants to eat is found inside the nest of ground-nesting birds. I'm referring to eggs and hatchlings. And this guy right here, this species, the Gambel's quail, is its #1 target. For me, and hopefully for you, this is what it's all about. To be the proverbial fly on the wall and have a chance to witness awesome displays of natural history and animal behavior. And it just doesn't get any better than this. Awesome predator, powerful reptile, feasting away on these eggs. And remember, the divining rod that got him to this place is that awesome black, shiny, forked tongue. Like a serpent's tongue, he flicked it, he tickled the earth with it, he tasted his way to this point. He lives in a world of chemicals. It's a dimension that's invisible to us, but for this lizard, it's very real. It's not so much about being ferocious or well-armed. It's really about being in tune and superbly well-adapted to the environment around it. That's what makes this animal such a fantastic hunter. The mysterious Gila monster, one of Arizona's most fantastic and certainly rugged predators. But friends, from here, it's back to Africa and back to the lions of Lewa. I'm in Kenya tracking down the ultimate predator, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting close. All right. Look at this. Right there. Ears tufted up. Right above the grass. Look at there. Now that is a lion. Look at that. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. The way these cats, these lions, have the ability to just meld into this blanket of grass. And gosh, we're not antelope right now. But let's carefully try to creep up. Ever so carefully to see if we can get a bird's eye view of these incredible cats. Yes. Look at this. We've got these young ones over here. Okay, very young. 7, 8, 9 months in age. And look at these older ones right here. Bit of mane development. And right there, buried in the grass, is Mother. She's the one with the collar around her neck. And why the radio collar, you ask? You see, the researchers around here are suspecting the lioness and her fellow pride members as the culprits that are taking down the rare Grevy zebra. Now, to verify this, I need proof, hard evidence. And unfortunately, I can't gather that until these animals move off. So, let's check out another amazing hunter. The challenge of the hunt. One creature. Nice cast, Jeff, against another. Pitted in the challenge to get your meal. Predator against prey. Now, there's basically two ways to be the hunter. You could go after your prey, for example, like a cheetah, tackle it, burn lots of calories to kill it, maybe get injured in the process. But there's another way. You could have your prey come to you. But if you're going to do that, you need something nice to entice him with. And under the water here is a hunter which does this spectacularly. Fortunately, for us to see this critter, I'm going to have to make like a fish and hit this water. This is a turtle. In my hand is the largest freshwater turtle in North America. It is an ancient reptilian monster. Look at the head. I mean, that's almost like a sea turtle head. But check out the muzzle. These turtles can reach up to 250 pounds. And they're just extraordinary. Certainly one of my favorites. And they're called the alligator snapping turtle. Well, They're called alligator snapping turtles because, like alligators, they've got those ridges on the back. Don't... You stay here, and you come with me. These ridges right here. See? Okay, you got it? Good. Hey, kiss him on. We're not finished yet. Okay. Now that we've solved that about the ridges, let's get into the facts of what makes this so absolutely cool when it comes to hunting. It's not chasing down its prey. It can't. It doesn't have the energy or the speed to do that. Instead, the alligator snapping turtle sits and waits for the prey to come to it. And these animals have an ingenious way to draw in the prey. And to see that, you have to carefully, I repeat carefully, look into that abyss, that cavern of a mouth, which this creature has. What you'll see is a lot of gray, blackish flesh, but look on top. They are twinkling, very shiny, is a tongue. In fact, it's really a lure, and what this animal does is, when it's ready to eat, it sits there with mouth agape, like a cave, enticing the prey, in this case fish, to come forward. The turtle snaps down. You get dead fish with fed turtle. You want further proof? Look no further than this stick. Imagine this stick is a fish, an amphibia in the water. It's swimming about, and then it swims in there. Any questions? Amazing stuff. Amazing predator. All right, buddy, good luck. I hope you have a better fishing day than I did. There you go. So much for a rest for the weary. So back to Kenya and back to our zebra mystery. Those lions, clearly they're on the move. They're gone. But I hope they're gone, because we're going to have to get out. Alright. They're gone. Alright, wait. Let me just make sure. Yeah, they're gone. Get out of the vehicle. Come on. Hurry up. Before they come back. Come on, come on. I don't know how I could lose this. It was right around here. Ha! Here it is. I know. You're saying not again. But we need a bit of a sample. Bit of a sample. Not too much. Fresh from the oven. Alright, let's scoot back. Still warm. And ripe. Very ripe. Man, unmistakable stench, which comes from carnivore poop. Let's get back in. Get back in. Okay. I know what you're saying. Not again. Yet another time we've collected scat from the field, but for me this is treasure. Treasure that just may solve a mystery. So, while I get the sample back to the lab, let's go to Australia and show you another amazing great hunter. Guys, I brought you to the Great Barrier Reef off of Australia, to this idyllic spot. or a hunt. A hunt for a creature which is regarded by many as one of the deadliest life forms on our planet. Now, if I should be nailed by this critter, chances of survival, about nil. Here's the thing. I'm on a hunt for a mysterious creature that is the marine version of the Holy Grail. I did it. They said I was mad, but I did it. It may look like an innocuous snail to you, but in my hands, friends, is perhaps the most dreaded, most feared marine creature on our planet. Conus striatus, the infamous cone shell. Don't believe me? Well, just hang around here, because I'm going to show you how this hideous snail kills. But while I set that up, we'll get back to the lab in Africa. Here's the part of wildlife conservation you rarely get to see on television. The thing is, though, what happens in the lab is sometimes just as dramatic and as important as what unfolds in the field. Speaking of field, remember the lion scat stool samples we collected? Well, the thing is, some of the things a lion eats will pass through its body undigested. That includes hair. Identify the hairs in the lion sample, and you pinpoint exactly what they're eating. Definitely a zebra hair. Kenya is home to 2 species of zebra, the plains and the grevies. So, how do you tell the difference between a grevy zebra and the other 2 species? Well, let me grab my binocs. Grevies have those massive ears, almost mouse-like, and a long black spinal stripe. Then there are very narrow stripes like ribs hanging down, and of course a white creamy belly. And on the plain zebras, the stripes are much broader and they go all the way around the belly. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. How does that help me when we're just looking at single strands of hair? Thing is, even those hairs are different. Check out this first sample. It's from a plains zebra. That is the most common species of zebra you'll find in Africa. Now, with this plains zebra, you'll notice that the medulla is rather thin, while that transparent cortex is much wider, has a larger diameter. Let's compare that to the grevy zebra. See? Big differences with this very tiny hair. What you'll see is that the medulla on this grevy zebra is much thicker, while that transparent cortex is much thinner. This is not looking good. Clearly, grevy zebra, big problem. But these lab results are really only useful if we know where our lions are. And of course, that's where the radiotelemetry comes into play. And that, friends, is when things get really interesting. When you have to take a radio collar and put her on the neck of a rather hungry lion. All right, guys, we've proved it. Our evidence tells us that the lions are killing the grevy zebras. Now, our priority is to keep a close eye on these predators. And that's where the radio collars come in. But there is a problem. This is what we have to get on that lion. It has a collar on, you know that, but it is starting to malfunction, probably because the battery is wearing down. So our goal is to get this collar, radio collar, on the neck of the lion. Somewhere in this grass are the lions we've been tracking. And of course, one of them has that collar that started to malfunction. It's losing its juice. Without that collar, we lose these lions. Without these lions, we don't have access to the information that ultimately is applied to the conservation of the very endangered Brevy zebra. So what we're doing is we're just creeping up ever so carefully, ever so quietly. We have our lions. They're secluded under this tree. They're watching us. We don't want to alarm them. If the female dashes off with that collar, we've lost a chance to take her. So basically, here's the thing. For this to really work, we need to get a nice fleshy part of this animal exposed, like a rump or a shoulder. Okay? If you get in the wrist or subcutaneous just on the skin, the whole thing's screwed up. We really want her to go down. If it works nice, she'll go down for an hour and a half. I can show you all the cool things that makes her the ultimate predator in this part of the world. If it goes wrong, we're having tea early today. Up. Mother is still tucked down in the grass. We need her to get up to daughter. She's only about 10 feet away from us. Yeah, she's getting up. She's getting up. Yeah, good shot, good shot. Look at that, right in the rump. Perfect target. Very exciting stuff. And lucky for us, she's heading that way and not with us in this vehicle. The Emily's staying close. That's a little dicey. But this was so far perfect that the game ain't over yet. Ready? Okay. The lioness is down, but around her are 7 very active, very lively, very strong lions. Okay? Alright, as you can see, the drug is definitely taking effect, but what I want you to focus on are these cubs. They're sticking close to mom. They're concerned. They're nervous. What we must always remember is that for lions this age, mother, the lioness, is the lifeline between death and survival. Alone, they don't have a chance. One other potential hornet's nest in this mix. This adult female is down and sleeping, but right over there, hanging out with those cubs, is another adult female. Prides are based up of anywhere from 2 to 6 female lions. Okay, so there's another contender. We need to be looking over our shoulder, always watching. Nope, she's moving over. Just as I said that other lioness has moved in, taking a perimeter near her sister, near her fellow primate. This is very good. She's backing off. This is what we want. We need to keep her at bay. Okay, this is good. She's moving off with the other cubs. This will make life a lot easier. All right.
Just go from the south.
The thing is, we want to cover our eyes to keep them nice and protected, like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to undo this radio collar. All right. Old collar off. She's got what a mighty neck. Very, very healthy line. So how thick do you want to go? Okay, there we go. Okay, And here's the thing, her eyes have been open, they could be getting dry, rubbing up against vegetation. So we've got this eye ointment that will apply to the eye. You see right here, if you look at her eyelid, she's got this little abscess right there. So we have this cream right here, this antibacterial cream, okay, chloromethicol. We'll put that in there. Make sure that's applied nice. How long we got?
She could be under for 2 to 3 hours.
Okay. How about the sun?
Yeah, the sun is a real problem at this time. It's a hot time of day. We need to put her in the shade.
Okay, but before we do, how about this dart? Get that out of there?
Yeah.
And of course, this dart, with its brightly clown-colored fuzz, was the secret to this success. And of course, you're a good shot.
That was a fluke, Jeff.
I hope not. All right, so shall we move her?
Sure.
Can we get a couple of your other guys to help us over there? You guys, come on in and give us a hand. She's too heavy.
Okay.
Kichwa. Man, she's heavy. She's very, very heavy. While we get this lovely lioness into the shade, let's check out that bizarre and very deadly hunter, the cone shell. Yes, Cona Strabs. Today, I am the victor. So, guys, what is it about the cone shell that when it comes to attack, this animal, simply, it just takes the mother load. You think snail, you think sluggish, you think slow. But when this animal hunts, it does so with lightning speed, and it delivers a most lethal weapon to take its prey. And this creature, my friends, is a hunter of fish. It is a pescivore. But men as big as me, have been killed by this snail. To show you how it works, to show you how the cone shell hunts, we need to observe it in its element, which will be right here. Of course, like all stealthy predators, he's concealing himself to be invisible in front of the prey, actually burying himself in the sand. All right, I got my fish. Let's see this cone shell hunt. All right, fish is in place, and so is our cone shell. Now look at this, look at this, look at this. There's a tube extending out from the basal part of the shell there. Look at that. See that tube? That is the cannon, basically, of the cone shell. And inside that cannon-like structure, which we call the proboscis, is the deadly weapon. In fact, inside that proboscis is the deadly harpoon. I hope it's going to shoot into the fish. Now, the harpoon is, in fact, a modified snail tooth called a radula. And when he shoots it out, look at this. What's happening? Yes! Look at that. Look at that. He's got it. The harpoon is injected into this fish along with very, very deadly venom. Venom we call conotoxin. It's a neurotoxin. It breaks down, literally shuts down the nervous system of fish in seconds. Now, if I were to be struck by this animal, within minutes I would die. First would be the painful sensation of the strike, perhaps in my foot, followed by a tingly sensation. And then I'd feel sort of giggly euphoria as my respiratory system collapses beneath a diaphragm that's paralyzed. And then cardiac arrest. Not a nice way to die, but a fantastic way to take your prey. See that rubbery-like umbrella? That is called the mantle. And the mantle is opening up like a flower, and it's folding over the prey like that, enveloping the prey, and then pulling it in. So, whoever said snails were boring, clearly has never met a cone shell. So my quest to determine who killed this rare Grevy zebra brings me face to face with the ultimate hunter, the lioness, who we darted to refit a radio collar in order to monitor the complex relationship between the hunter and the hunted. So to truly understand, being that this is an episode about predation and hunters, and we've traveled around the world to come to this moment to understand what it is about this creature that gives it its hunting abilities. Let me just quickly go through the physiology. You want me to cover up? So I'll cover up her eyes. The most important tool that a lion employs when it's taking down its prey, it is the teeth. And out of all the thousands of things that creep into your nightmares, that terrify when you're asleep, I'm sure this is at the top of the list. You certainly do not want to have these great teeth wrapping around your body. And of course that tongue, the tongue is actually serrated. You can actually see the serrations. See that? Listen. Almost bony little papilla on the top of the tongue, the surface, ripping off little tidbits of meat on bone. And of course, when this animal drinks, it's not this way, but reverse. Okay, our time is limited, so let me just quickly show you something else. Of course, you've got those amazing bone, flesh-shearing teeth. But how are you going to take down your prey? You're going to do it with these paws. Now, these paws are as big as my hand. They look almost like a mitt. But watch when I squeeze these fingers, and that is what is revealed. As long as the first part of my digit is the length of this talon, of this claw, she's got an arsenal of these awesome claws to pull down with her muscular strength. And of course, this great maw then goes on the top, okay, usually suffocating, so sucking the breath, crunching the face, clawing in. Other cats move in as a team. You don't get a better predator than this. Anything else, Richard, we need to do?
Just jump in the cars now.
Jump in the car, okay. So do I assume she keeps my shirt?
For now.
All right. Oh well, comes out of wardrobe. Look, Richard, it seems like she's starting to come around.
Yeah, I think she's waking up now.
Good. Well, guys, as you can see, the knockout drug is starting to wear off. But most importantly is the final test. I'll turn the receiver on, set it to 254, volume up. Voila. Her collar is sending a signal. Good sound for the ears. Very good sound indeed. We've got a successful delivery of this radio collar. She's definitely starting to come around. She's breathing stronger. Her head is stirring. The thing is, when she's down like this, she's extremely vulnerable to predators like hyenas and even other lions. So we're not going to leave her till she's up, stabilized, and connected with the rest of the pride. I know what you're thinking. So, Jeff, how does calling a lion help save these zebras? Well, simply, if you know where the hunters are, you know exactly who they're targeting and how often they do it. Morning I went out on my own to make sure the collar was working, and of course, and most importantly, to make sure that our lioness was doing well. Listen to that. That is the sound of a lion which is very, very close. See? They've got to be somewhere up here on top of this bluff. This is what's so challenging about this. I know these lions are here. The lion has got to be around here. It has to be here. I mean, listen to this. Listen, that's very, very strong. I can't get a stronger signal. Just this bloody grass is just so tall. Bumpy, 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 bumpy. there something moving about? With my luck, it's probably nothing but a Kirk's dik-dik. Maybe it is in fact a lion. I said I had one last thing to show you, and this is it. It's a nice sight for the eyes. We know Mom is up, but finally, this lovely and powerful lioness has been reunited with their children, with their cubs within the pride. Look at that. Having fun, playing around, of course, playing. Such an important behavior for animals like this. Play is a way to fine-tune hunting skills, okay? Right now, I just wish I had a big, giant ball of yarn. That'd be fun. Or a giant wind-up mouse or something like that. You look through the grass, you'll see a black collar. It's my gift to her. It's a nice Cartier choker. Now, you know what it is. It's that radio telemetry collar that in the end will provide information for conservation for both of these species, the lion and the crabby zebra. Through many hours of field observation of these lions, researchers are hoping to pinpoint the specific behavior that might actually unravel the secret to saving the rare Grevy's zebra from the jaws of extinction via the jaws of Africa's most deadly predator, the lion. Let's move on. This has been a fabulous whirlwind trip into the world of hunters. Thankfully, I got away without being attacked. Well, that's not really quite true. You see, I don't have a Jacobson organ. I don't have that sense of taste. But I do, you wait right there, have a heightened sense of feeling. You bloody cactus! Am I bleeding? Is that blood? I was almost radio-collared myself. You're funny, man. And I had my usual problems with transport, of course. That's third. It's like a horror movie. And I was the victim of a very sick prank. Get up. All right, we're done shooting. Hey. Billy? Stop joking, Billy. Billy? Billy! Oh, Billy. Being that Africa is the birthplace of the human species, sometimes I get a bit carried away. But friends, our African quest doesn't involve an archaeological mystery, but a feline one. Like human beings, lions have the will to kill, but they don't have to manufacture and meddle with the environment. They don't need to make stone axes. They've got claws and teeth to be excellent predators. What the heck? Let's get lost in the moment. Oh! 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 But alas, friends, our adventure has come to an end. So, until we meet again, I'll be looking forward to seeing you only on Corwin's Quest.